Hey guys, it's Izzy here, and today I'm going to be doing an update on my mood reading. Sometime way early in the year, maybe the end of last year, I did a video talking about my plans for mood reading for 2023. I will leave a link to that video in the description of this one if you guys would like to go check that out after you watch this video. So I'm just going to be talking about some books that I plan to read in the near future, in the next few weeks. Let's get into it. For this stack in March, was it March? Yeah. I was adding books that were recent purchases. And so the last one out of those is The Call of the Wrens by Jenny L. Walsh. This is a World War II historical fiction, which I know is so overdone. And I didn't read it for a while, but now I kind of had an interest grow again. And this is basically a woman who was an orphan, and then she kind of, I guess, finds family by joining the Women's Royal Naval Service. And then so that was during the Great War. Then we go to 20 years later, and there's World War II coming about. So we are going to have two of those. We're going to have both wars, and just seeing how this group of women deals with both wars. In April, I was just adding books that I owned, so my backlist picks that I did have in storage because I don't have enough shelf space. And I should say, all these books, my mood reads are only books that are less than 400 pages because, yeah, I don't want to get just bogged down in one book. And then with my mood reading, I am more lenient to DNFing, or even I give myself a week to read each of these books, and if I don't like it by that date that I set, I DNF. But if I am liking it and I don't finish it by that date, I will keep reading it because I'm loving it. So these books were the ones that were in storage. First, we have Me by Elton John. I did get some foundation on it. My friend Doll got me this book, and that's only so sweet when one of your friends gets you a book for Christmas or a birthday. I think this one was for Christmas. And I just love this book, as you like the design of the book. So this is just Elton John's memoir. And honestly, like, Elton John, awesome songwriter and fashion icon, everything. And he is actually a big sports fan as well. I know he's a Braves fan, even though, I don't know, I thought that was going to be Dodger Stadium on the back. I don't think it is, but y'all know his iconic Dodger outfit. I would love to recreate that, honestly. But I cannot wait to read this. And as I said, I just love the design of this book. So thank you, Doll, for getting this book for me. Now we have kind of a controversial one. When I bought it, I didn't realize the controversies that were going on around this book, but I'm only someone who I'm going to try it myself before I make an opinion on something. I'm not just going to have an opinion because the majority have an opinion or the minority have an opinion, whatever. I like to have my own thoughts on something. So that is American Dirt by Janine Cummins. So I think this book, it's because the author is white. I'm pretty sure, like, I don't know what her ancestry is, but she is writing about Mexican characters coming to the United States. That's to my understanding, because I got this book all the way back in 2020, so it has been a while. So, like, it's your typical story of immigrants leaving Mexico because of the drug cartels and all of that. That literally is what the first paragraph says. And so, forced to flee, Lydia and her 8-year-old Luca soon find themselves miles and worlds away from their comfortable middle-class existence as they take trains making their way towards the United States. And look, I've never seen a book of the month before or after this that had in pages like that. It's a map of Central America and Southern America and some of the Caribbean, and I think that's a really cool in pages. But this was Oprah's book club pick, so I feel like I kind of trust Oprah. I don't want to say I trust Oprah 100%, but I feel like she usually has good choices for her book club. And I do love this cover, so hopefully this book does end up being okay. Again, I'm willing to give anything a chance, so that's what we're doing with American Dirt. Here's one that I got on clearance at Barnes & Noble forever ago, and it's White Fur by, I cannot read that font of the author's name, Jardine Lebert. So this is set in New York City in the 1980s. So a stunning star-crossed love story against the glitz and grit. I'm glad. I love that description because that is really what New York was at that time. And so these people are neighbors in New Haven, but they come up in different worlds. And then like one's rich, one's poor, that kind of thing. But then they move to Manhattan in search of a new life. And Manhattan, I think any time period going to that place is so different from anywhere else you'll be. I can't imagine. So we have that New York City in the 80s. I was really into that when I bought this book because of TV shows I was watching and just, yeah, media I was taking in. So I was really interested by that time and location. Okay, last one in my like backlist stack is this one that isn't something that I would purchase on my own, but my grandma gave to me. And it's Mary's World, so Love, War, and Family Ties in 19th Century Charleston by Richard N. Cote. No, I'm not going to say the intrusive thought I just had. But this is, yeah, in the South's golden age. Mary Mott Alston Pringle represented the epitome of Southern white womanhood. Mary's World illuminates in lavish detail the world and psyche of the wealthy, well-educated, and healthy principled 19th century Southern planter's wife. The biography was drawn directly from over 2,500 pages. And Mary's, okay. And then who is this other woman that we have a picture of? Sue, who is one of her servants. I don't know, they saw a picture of a woman and then don't say anything about her. I'm really confused. Yeah, my hopes aren't really high for this. They're just not. But it's something to learn about. And yeah, I don't know anything. I've never heard of this woman before. And as I said, like, I'm so confused why there's a picture of this random woman named Sue and no inclination of who she is. Like, it doesn't say anything. So I don't think this book was published well by the looks of that. So hopefully it is actually better reading it. So in my living room, I will put a picture here. I have this basket that was originally a blanket basket, and then I didn't need it for that anymore, so I just had this random basket that I spent like $70 on. I didn't really spend that much money, but I was like, this is a really nice basket. I need to do something with that. So I was like, I'm going to put all my books that are less than 400 pages in this basket, and it's going to be my mood reading basket. So that is what I'm doing. And so in May, for my mood reading, I'm just pulling books out of there to have and to put in this stack. And the first one was The Passenger by Cormac McCarthy, which is somewhat of a new release, I think. So this is Pass Christian, Mississippi in 1980. So this is, I think there's like some kind of plane crash. And yeah, they're looking for a plane crash, the black box and all. And we know I'm an aviation nerd. I've watched so many plane crash documentaries, which is probably bad, but then I do love Southern settings as well, 1980s. And so it says The Passenger is the story of a savage diver haunted by loss, afraid of the watery deep, pursued for a conspiracy beyond his understanding, and longing for a death he cannot reconcile with God. So traversing the American South from the garrulous barrooms of New Orleans to an abandoned oil rig off the Florida coast, The Passenger is a breathtaking novel of morality and science, the legacy of sin, and the madness that is human consciousness. That just sounds so amazing. Like, I cannot wait to pick this up. And I think it's a duology because there's another book that has a very similar cover. And I love when, like, the covers are, you connect them and it makes like one big picture. I think it's something like that. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you made it all the way through, leave an airplane emoji in the comments below. But as always, comment, rate, and subscribe. And don't forget to ring that notification bell to be notified when all my videos go live. Let's see you in the next one. Bye!